Oh my, Doctor! You look dreadful as always today.
And you look as healthy as ever.
What's that supposed to mean?
Since you're so virile, can I interest you in making a blood donation?
No, no thank you.
Such a pity. It's the least you could do.
Oh, are you picking a fight with me, Doctor?
You really are a tedious, petty little man.
Did you say something?
I did not.
What's your problem? You'll make your intern anxious if you keep acting so agitated.
I'm not agitated. Anyway, let's get down to business. Come in, it's unlocked. Good afternoon. You must be the new intern, right? I'm the duty doctor, but feel free to refer to me as Takaaki. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'll be the one in charge of your tutelage while you're with us, so I hope you'll find my guidance useful. Please, there's no need to stand. Take a seat. I hope this won't offend you to mention, but you're looking awfully stiff. I think I've seen livelier expressions on corpses. You must be terribly nervous, huh? Understandable, with it being your first day here and all, but please try to remember that trainees are still a part of the team. Don't forget to smile when you're facing patients, even if you have to feign it. Sorry, I didn't mean to cause you concern. You'll be absolutely fine, trust me. I'll be sure to teach you everything you need to know. So please, relax a little. Alright, I suppose I should explain some of what you'll be doing then. Well, that's the gist of it anyway. I could go into further detail, but... There's no need to look so alarmed. Sure, it might all be a bit confusing at first, but you'll get used to it little by little. Don't worry, okay? I'm not going to throw you in at the deep end. Now don't panic, but it's time for me to begin my rounds, so I want you to shadow me and start by greeting each of the patients. Oh, and before I forget, here's your name tag. Shall we get going then? Right, so I'll hand you this. It's only the patient's chart, nothing too complicated. I'll be in charge of the medical examination. So if you could fill in the values for me, that would be fantastic. Ah, actually, I just realized I forgot something from my office. If you'll excuse me, I won't be a moment. Please hang tight and I'll be back before you know it. My apologies for making you wait. I wouldn't want to be without this. Oh, it's a communication system for medical use. Kind of like a pager, I suppose. Everyone here has one. You're not supposed to use your personal mobile when you're on duty here at the hospital, so we keep in contact with fellow staff members using this. Don't worry, you'll have your very own one soon enough. It's being taken care of as we speak. I should remind you to have it with you at all times, but I haven't exactly set the greatest example on that front. Anyway, let's get down to business. And if I'm not mistaken, we only have one more visit to make, which should be right around... Ah, of course, it's that room. Say, aren't you tired from all that walking? I know we've been on our feet for a while now, so I really wouldn't mind one bit if you'd like to take a break. I can deal with this one myself. I mean, I don't doubt your fitness, but it's a lot to take on your first day. I wouldn't want you to push yourself too hard is all. Enthusiasm is fine until you accidentally overdo it. If you overwork now, you might impair yourself later. You would say that. You're too keen for your own good. Listen, I really didn't want to have to spell it out for you, but it seems as though I have no choice, you being so persistent and all. I'm sorry to be so blunt about it, but from now on, I want you to stay well away from this particular room, okay? You're free to visit all the others we've been to together, but this one is strictly off limits. Nope, no buts. You won't get into any trouble for leaving out one room. If anyone asks, just tell them I said so. Under no circumstances should you even come close to this room. Trust me, it's better for both of us that way. Is it really important? You shouldn't have to ask, that's...
Ahem. Is there something wrong with my room, Doctor?
Sakae!
Surprised to see me out here? You were far later than usual today, so I was simply wondering where you'd gotten to. I thought to myself, if he can't come to me, I'll just have to go find him. I know how busy you doctors get, after all.
Is that so?
Anyhow, I couldn't help but overhear you telling your lovely assistant here to steer clear of my room. Care to explain exactly what you meant by that before I start to take it personally?
You must be mistaken. I have no issue whatsoever with...
Come now, Doctor. I'm well aware you find my company less than tolerable. Is that the only reason you warned them away? Or are you worried your cute new intern might fall for the charms of a loaded badass like me over someone like you?
Nonsense! If you're going to insist on spouting drivel in an attempt to rile me, can you at least do so while I examine you? We're late enough as it is. You, come in with us too, please.
You... don't worry about it. It's nothing.
So how are you feeling today?
Honestly, not much different. In fact, I don't really see the point in you coming to check on me every single day. It's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yes, well, you're a patient here for a reason. You were supposedly hospitalized for something serious, so it's part of my job to ensure you're examined regularly. Listen, you're not the one who will get an earful from the head nurse if anything goes unnoticed.
That's not my problem. You know, you don't actually have to examine me to be able to write up a report. Imagine how much faster it would be to just come up with some random stuff to fill in the gaps. From where I'm sitting, that's the ideal solution for both of us. I don't have to put up with you bothering me, and you reap the convenience of not having to check on yet another patient.
I can't do that.
Can't or won't. I see how it is. You're the type to just play it safe and stick to the rules. Folks like you must have it so hard.
Thanks, but I don't need to hear that from the likes of you.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Do I honestly need to say it out loud? I don't want sympathy from someone getting paid for being hospitalized. Some of us aren't fortunate enough to earn an income sitting around doing nothing.
Oh, are you picking a fight with me, Doctor?
Not at all. I can only apologize if it came across that way.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So why are you glaring at me like that, huh? You look like an idiot when you try to act tough, by the way. It doesn't suit you in the slightest. You must think I'm seriously dense. Luckily for you, I've taken a shine to your special brand of stupidity. I've decided that from now on, you...
Okay, I think we should be heading back soon, right? There's still a fair bit I need to explain to you about the work we have ahead of us. We can't afford to stand here all day chatting with patients.
What's your problem? You'll make your intern anxious if you keep acting so agitated.
What? I'm not agitated. You don't know what you're talking about.
Pen.
Huh?
You put your pen upside down in your pocket just now. Are you sure you're all right, Doc?
Fine, thank you.
So, who are they?
That is none of your business. Come on, it's time to leave.
I'm only messing with you, Doctor. It's pretty obvious they're your new intern. Just arrived this morning, isn't that right? Oh, don't pull that face. It's not like I never leave my room, you know. And besides, the nurses can't exactly keep their mouths shut either. They sure do love to gossip when there's fresh meat on the team.
Then why did you even ask,
Shouldn't you answer that, Doc?
God, why now of all times? Yes? Well, if it's regarding that, you're better off asking Dr. Matsushita. Huh? He's in the middle of surgery? Really? Right now? But I'm busy. All right. I said okay. Yes. I understand.
Oh, what's wrong? Is it urgent? By all means, Doctor, don't let me keep you.
It doesn't concern you. Since your examination is over, I'll be taking my intern back now.
Hang on a minute, Doc. I was hoping to have the opportunity to speak with them some more. Could you be so kind as to leave them with me for a while?
Oh, I'm sure you would, but unlike you, we're busy. I'd appreciate it if you could stop delaying us with your pointless requests.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's technically only you that's busy, right? They only just started working here, so they can't possibly have the same workload to deal with already. And that call sounded like it was specifically requesting you, and only you, Doctor.
You really are a tedious, petty little man.
I'm sorry. Did you say something?
I did not. I fear you must be experiencing some sort of auditory hallucination. It's possible the functioning of your ears is impaired in some capacity, so I suppose I should recommend we schedule another examination just as a precaution. Although...
No, no thank you.
Are you certain? I'm only looking out for your well-being as my dear patient. But if you insist, I'll leave you alone for now. We should get going before we get scolded for our tardiness. Come with me.
Hey now. Oh, that pesky doctor. Well, no matter. He can't watch over them forever. I'm sure I'll have the opportunity to see them alone some other time. Come in. Huh? Oh, you don't need to apologize. It's no problem at all. But, you do realize I'm completely healthy, right? Ah, so no one filled you in. I'm surprised you haven't heard a rumor, though. It's not like I need to hide it or anything. You know what? I might as well just tell you myself, since you're here. So, I'm stuck here playing hospital patient, but I'm not actually sick. In fact, it's the opposite. I'm perfectly healthy. Well, perfectly might be a bit of a stretch, but my physical condition is decent enough, and all my insides are functioning normally. No damage or what have you. I mean, if you want to know more, you only have to ask. I have no problem whatsoever giving you all the gritty little details, but... Is that so? Well, I'm sure curiosity will get the better of you eventually. Then you'll be back here, begging me to tell you. And believe me, I'll be looking forward to it. Aw, leaving so soon? Stay a moment longer. There's something important I want to ask you. Did you go to Vizoku College? I knew it! There's no way I could ever forget you. You're the only one who ever had the guts to complain to my face. Ah, you can't seriously tell me you don't remember. 6 years ago at the cafeteria? Jeez, I knew you were never the sharpest, but surely you remember something. So it's finally coming back to you, huh? I never could have imagined that the thorn in my side from that day would become a doctor. You have to admit, though, the fact that we met here again like this must mean we have some kind of connection. This is destiny at work. My own personal doctor, huh? Nah, that doesn't sound sexy at all. No, I've got it. I want you to become my exclusive nurse, okay? That's got a much better ring to it. Huh? Am I supposed to care about your opinion? I've made my decision, and what I say goes. From now on, it's your duty to make my orders your top priority. Got it? Who do you think you're talking to? I'd watch that tone if I were you. I wouldn't want that pretty little mouth of yours to get you into trouble. Today's your first day, so I suppose I'll let you off. Just try to keep in mind that I'm not the sort of person you say no to. Unless you want to regret it someday, that is. But don't worry. Since you're new, it means there's still plenty of time for you to learn. I'll be sure to take it slowly and teach you all sorts of things. Oh, you're here already? Huh, I'm impressed. You're faster than usual. Couldn't wait to see me today, hmm? I'm kidding, of course. Having said that, I'd like for you to come around this sort of time every day, if possible. Oh no, nothing like that. Although, if you're offering to provide an additional service, I'd happily take you up on it. It kind of spoils it if I have to ask. What do you think? My meal, silly. That's what you came to deliver, isn't it? And what do you normally do with food? Honestly, do I have to spell it out for you? I'm telling you to feed me. Wait, don't leave already. Just hear me out, okay? There really is something I need to ask you, so sit down for a second, will you? Just sit down. Right. Well, firstly, I want to drink some of my soup. I'm starving. Huh? What's wrong? Is it really that hard to understand? I said I wanted to drink my miso soup. See, this is serious business right here. I wasn't kidding when I said I wanted you to feed me. I genuinely need you. Hey, wait! I already told you, you're supposed to be my exclusive nurse. Heck, I'd keep you locked up in this room with me all day if I could, but I'm trying my best to restrain myself. The least you could do is appreciate how hard this is for me. Are you trying to antagonize me on purpose? You know, the more you oppose me, the more enticing I find you.
Ah, I should have known you'd be here. I thought you might have been on another one of your walking tours of the hospital again.
And of course, he arrives now, right as we were getting to the good part. Oh my, doctor! You look dreadful as always today. Are you sure you're not working too much? If you don't slow down, you might make yourself sick.
And you look as healthy as ever. Ah, that's right. Can I interest you in making a blood donation? I overheard earlier that our Type B stocks are dwindling again. If I remember correctly, your blood is Type B, isn't it, Sakae? Since you're so virile, I imagine you might like to bestow the benefit of your vitality to others here at the hospital. If it makes any difference, you could look at it as a way to thank us for our diligence in taking care of you. It's the least you could do. I don't have anything in particular to attend to later this afternoon if you're willing to make a donation. In fact, I'd be more than happy to personally attend to you.
Thanks for the offer, but I'd really rather not.
Is that so? Such a pity. Ah, and you haven't even eaten all your food. It would be a shame to see it go to waste. Just because you're killing time here doesn't mean you should neglect a proper diet.
I know. I was actually about to have them feed me when you barged in all of a sudden. Isn't that right?
Huh? Please, tell me you're not serious.
Why aren't you answering? I already warned you once. You're supposed...
Sakae, enough with your sick jokes. Did your mother never teach you not to lie? If you keep on making a fuss, I'll sew that big mouth of yours shut.
Oh yeah? And how exactly do you plan on doing that, huh, Doc? Last time I checked, you're a psychiatrist, not a surgeon.
That may be the case, but I like to be prepared for a variety of situations. So I took a course on cosmetic surgery. I haven't performed anything in quite some time, but... well, I'm sure I could manage somehow. Ah! Kidding aside, I'm sure we've intruded on your meal for long enough, so I'll be taking back my intern now. I'm sure you'll find it much easier to eat without any distractions.
Hold up, please. Do they really have to go? I don't see why it would be a problem to leave them here with me, especially since I need their help, right?
I'm afraid that's just not possible.
Why?
We have a meeting momentarily, and it's vital they attend. Slacking won't aid their internship with us. They still have a lot more to learn if they're going to become a half-decent doctor. I won't allow them to fall behind. Not on my watch.
Fine. If that's true, then I suppose I can make a special exception just for today.
How uncharacteristically generous of you! You have my thanks. Now, should we get going?
And just as I was hoping to put them to work. The good doctor sure knows how to stick his nose in at the worst possible time. Such a pain in my ass. How is it that he always manages to interrupt at the most inconvenient moment? It's gotta be a coincidence, right? Maybe. But still, the guy sure is suspicious. I guess I'm probably overthinking it. Nothing like this has ever happened before, so I should stop worrying already. Besides, I still have plenty of time here. I just need to plan my next step more carefully. If I pick the right moment, I might be able to call them later.
That Sakae truly is the most pathetic kind of troublemaker. If his disgraceful behavior continues, it'll start to impact your work. You wouldn't want that now, would you? Which means we need to come up with some kind of countermeasure as soon as possible. It's no use smiling at me all innocently. You're at fault too, you know. He may be a patient here, but that doesn't mean you have to dote on him. You need to learn to say no when you don't want to do something. Sure, I might have saved you today, but that was purely by chance. I won't always be around every second of the clock to come to your rescue. Please don't pull that face. It hurts my heart to see you upset. I didn't mean to make you feel bad, it's just... Well, where you're concerned, I can't seem to stop myself from being strict. I'm sorry. Precisely. My intentions are entirely pure. So please, just be careful before he becomes completely obsessed with you. That privilege to be consumed entirely with thoughts of you is reserved exclusively for me. Meeting? Yes, of course. Well, you see, there is no meeting. That was merely an excuse to get you out of there and away from that vile pervert. I've been doing research for most of the morning, but I haven't got anything much to attend to until later this afternoon, so I figured I might take a little nap. Would you be so kind as to wake me up in an hour or so? Let's see. Did you manage to finish sorting those documents I asked you to earlier? Perfect. Then please continue with that and wake me once you're done. Oh, I almost forgot. But if you encounter any problems, feel free to poke me. Especially if it's regarding our problem patient Sakae. If he calls for you, under no circumstances should you answer him. Just wake me immediately and I'll handle it myself. Understood? Wonderful. Well then, I suppose we'll speak a bit later.
What What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be at that meeting the doctor mentioned? It's barely been half an hour since he stole you away. So, it was just some random excuse the jerk came up with on the spot, huh? I should have known. I bet you're thinking he looks pretty unprofessional now. I wouldn't worry about it, though. He's always like that. So, where is the filthy liar, Why does that not surprise me? He did say he was free this afternoon, didn't he? Which means he won't be back to bother us anytime soon. This is perfect. It'll just be the two of us. Specific? No, but I do need you. Budge up a bit. I'm coming in. Don't just sit there gawking. I'm a guest. Shouldn't you be fetching me a drink or something? Canned coffee? You've got to be kidding me. I'm kind of insulted you think I'd ever touch that crap. Please tell me you don't actually like it. If you had any taste, you'd throw it away. Ugh, this is what I get for mixing with commoners. Ugh, yeah, that's awful. I don't even know how you can stomach this stuff. It's weak as hell, not to mention lukewarm, which is practically a crime. But worst of all, it doesn't even have any taste or substance. I'm sorry, but it's genuinely vile. You know what? You deserve so much better than this. I'll show you what real coffee is. Come on. And I'm inviting you to have coffee with me. Screw the doctor. You should feel honored. Look, I'm not taking no for an answer, so get yourself together, 'cause we're going out. Then have someone else do it for you. You're only an intern. Whatever the doc's got you doing, it's hardly that much of a deal. No one's going to lose it over some trainee's unfinished files. Even if there's no one you can ask, it's not the end of the world if it doesn't get done right away. What if we try to find someone to cover you together? If anyone even thinks about telling you no, I'll make sure they change their mind. Not that there's a single chump crazy enough to defy me in this hospital. Ugh, fine. Let everyone walk all over you, why don't you? I'm only trying to help, but whatever. I give up for now since you're so stubborn. But I'm inviting you out again the second you finish work, okay? If you don't have work, then there's no problem, right? So look forward to it, because you seriously need to shake up your taste buds, my friend. In fact, I'll plan an entire evening of entertainment just for you. By the way, I heard you broke up with, what was the name again? If you knew anything about me, you'd realize how dumb of a question that is. Since you're so cute when you're stressed, I'll let you in on a little secret. When it comes to you, I know everything. You were going out with that nerd ever since you were in college, right? It was about time you broke it off. Trust me, you made the right choice. You don't deserve to be with a cheating scumbag who dare to date someone else behind your back. I mean, what a moron. How could anyone possibly pick another person over you? I'd never do something as stupid as that. I'm a far better fit for you. You know, if you gave me a chance, I'd never dream of doing something as disgusting to you as that. Heck, if you wanted, I'd gladly stay by your side forever. I'd love you to the day we die. No, even beyond death. Eternity. Hey, I meant to say to you actually, you don't have to keep addressing me like I'm some stranger, you know? I'd much prefer it if you just call me Sakae. In fact, scratch that. It's an order, got it? And I'm supposed to care about that? How many times do I have to tell you? Your opinion doesn't matter when I'm commanding you to do something. You should know by now that it's futile to oppose me on these matters. You do realize it just makes things more fun for me when you do that. I get to watch that adorable frown start to form on your face. As far as I'm concerned, you're only here to amuse me. But I might at least consider allowing you to call me whatever you want, if you promise you'll look only at me. If you give me your word that you'll stay by my side and be only mine, forever and always, from now on, I... Damn it, I should have drugged the asshole or something while he was still sleeping. Dr. Takaaki, welcome back to the land of the living. You look ever so pale. Did something serious happen?
Please leave. You shouldn't be in here.
Huh?
I said, kindly get out. Immediately.
If you value that pretty face of yours, give up and hand your precious intern over to me.
Excuse me?
Come now, Doctor. You're a smart cookie. I know you know exactly what I meant. Or do you want me to go into more detail,
I had hoped it wouldn't come to this, but it seems I'll have to hurry things along after all, won't I? Are you okay? He hasn't done anything strange to you, has he? If something happened, please, just tell me, all right? I'm your mentor. You can confide in me no matter what. If he touched you, there are more than a few ways we can sue him into oblivion so he never lays a finger on you again. Huh. Are you sure? Because I'll understand if you're scared, but you don't need to keep secrets from me. I'll support you in any way I can if you want to bring a case against him. So he really didn't do anything to you? Oh, thank God. I don't know what I would have done if he'd hurt you. Well, that's awfully sweet of you to worry about me. Thank you. I'll be alright. I won't die just because I missed a little nap. In fact, humans can go a remarkably long time without sleep. More than you might think. But that's beside the point. The important thing is I'm still worried about you. Even though you said you're fine, it doesn't alter the fact that you were in danger all because I was foolish enough to leave you alone. The dilemma is, it's not like I can stay by your side every second of the day. If I'm always watching over you, that would be uncomfortable for you. Wouldn't it? Never mind. Please ignore everything I just said. I'm overreacting again, and I shouldn't burden you with that. Still, I can't have him wandering around doing whatever he likes all the time. The longer I allow him loose in this place, the more likely it is he'll start preying on patients, or something equally sinister. It's not as though I can just tie him to the bed and solve all my problems. Ah, yes, that's it! All I have to do is rob him of the ability to move. I could cripple him easily enough. That could be too conspicuous. But if there are other methods that would be less obvious... How am I only thinking of this now? Why be as blunt as a hammer when I could be as stealthy as a snake? It's almost too perfect. That way, he'll never see it coming. You don't need to worry about anything anymore, my precious student, because I'll protect you from that pig, from everyone. Everything's going to be fine from now on.
It's only me. So, this thing really does have a direct connection to you, huh? I've never needed to use one before, but it's surprisingly convenient for such a crude invention. Well, I just figured I'd change up my tactics a little since you're so hard to get a hold of. Of course, there's no way this could ever beat you being here in person, but I suppose this kind of thing could be interesting in its own way. For example, I can't deny how hot it is to hear your voice so much closer than usual. It's got me thinking all sorts of things. How about you? Does it feel like I'm close? And do you like that? You're refreshingly honest on the phone, aren't you? Careful, someone might hear. You know, I think I like this side of you. Don't get me wrong, you're utterly adorable when you're acting all shy, but I think I like this better. It makes me want you even more. By the way, you have the rest of the day off after lunch, right? Do you really need to ask? I told you time and time again, there's nothing I don't know about you. Did you think I was joking? Because if so, you should know that when it comes to you, I'm deadly serious. Which is why, later today...
Give me that, please.
That voice. Shit. Why? Why does that stuck-up snake always insist on getting in the way when things are heating up? It's like he's freaking stalking them or something. If only the doctor wasn't here, he didn't exist, then I could make his precious intern all mine. Why? I never liked him from the very moment I met him, but I couldn't possibly imagine he'd grow to be such a giant pain in my ass like this. He did this to himself. The good doctor must have known I wouldn't stand for it, so I can't be responsible for what happens next, can I? He gave me no choice. If the doctor wants to make an enemy out of me, then I'll just have to answer his expectations. It's me. Listen carefully, and prepare what I tell you to right away.
I'm so sorry about that. I didn't mean to scare you, it's just... That call. It was from Sakae, wasn't it? The pervert truly is a senseless species of slime ball, though it seems to be an unfortunate affliction of most upper-class entitled scumbags rather than an exclusive trait of his. If it were at all possible, I'd have him moved to a different hospital, but that's not an option as long as he has connections among the directors board. Still, I can't allow him to continue pestering you. It's bad enough he's already disrupted your duties, but I will not stand by while his selfish actions put you and your career in jeopardy. It's unacceptable. So, what do you think we should do? I'm sure if we put our heads together, we can figure something out. Ah, excuse me, it's mine this time. Hello? Right, but what's wrong? Huh? Miyagawa's condition has... Yes, I understand. I'll head there immediately. I'm afraid I'm going to have to step out for a bit. Please be on standby. If anything happens, I'll call you. And likewise, if you need me, please don't hesitate to ring or come and find me if you have to.
Hey there, Slowpoke. What have I told you about keeping me waiting? You could at least try to pick up a bit faster, or I might start to wonder if you're even making an effort. What would you do if my health took a dramatic turn for the worse, and every second was the difference between life and death, huh? Oh well, luckily for you, you don't need to worry about a scenario like that ever coming to pass. I'm in way too good shape to be taken down so easily, so I suppose I can forgive you this time. If you answer that slowly next time, though, let's just say you can look forward to what follows, my little snail. Anyway, I didn't call you for an aimless chat. There's something important I want to give you, so I need you to come to my room right this instant. Understood? Excellent. Now sit down there. By the way, what happened to the doctor? When I call you, he usually comes attached like an unwanted extra. An emergency, you say? Interesting. Then I guess I should get this over with quickly while he's out of the way. I wouldn't want him to interrupt us yet again. Here. I wanted to give you this. It's a type of sleeping pill my company created. What's with that face? There's no need to freak out. Did you honestly think I was hanging around this tedious place for the fun of it? I'm just acting as a patient for the sake of the company's appearance. What better way to build trust in a new drug than have it circulating in the very same hospital that's treating one of the company's prodigal sons? It's all just part of the job. If I had a choice, I'd much rather be at the office than stuck here. Though I'm sure Father would object to that, the old fart would probably just reel off one of his classic lectures on how much of a burden I am to my oh-so-brilliant brother. But enough about me. Shut up. I'm not being shy at all, idiot. I said shut up! It's not like I wanted to talk about that crap, it just kinda came out. Jeez. What I actually meant to say was that I remembered you mentioning you haven't been sleeping so well lately. It's not like it's anything special, really. You can buy it on the open market already, but it's not exactly cheap. I think you should consider at least trying it, though. I've heard it's pretty popular. You don't have any allergies, right? So it should be perfectly safe for you to take straight away. Aren't you curious to see how effective it is? Good. Then come here. I'm giving it to you. No strings attached. open wide, and there you go. You should be able to swallow it without water. Well, that's all I needed you for. Feel free to head back now. Why so surprised? Were you hoping to stay a little longer? I bet you missed me real bad, You know, I wouldn't mind at all if you want to stay. You just have to say so yourself. Yes, what? Yes, you missed me, or yes, you want to stay. Ah, that's it. But I think I'm going to need a bit more from you if I'm going to believe you really mean it. That's more like it. Of course, I want you to stay. If I had my way, you'd be here by my side the whole day. On second thought, that's still no good. The whole year would be better. But no, not even that's enough. I won't accept anything less than forever. Don't be shy. I understand everything now. You were just using that pathetic doctor to try to make me jealous, right? I bet that's why you entered that relationship back in college, too. You always were reserved, so you just got with someone else to check my feelings, huh? In a messed up sort of way, it's actually pretty adorable of you. Especially since you probably thought you were being so smart this entire time. But I'm afraid I know all your tricks. That's exactly why I made you break up with that college sweetheart of yours. The tragic thing is, it wasn't even that hard. All I had to do was find some poor sap living on the breadline and wave a bundle of cash at them. You'd probably be disgusted if you knew how many people were willing to screw you over just to get their hands on that money. Seducing someone's partner isn't exactly a tough job if the payment outweighs your conscience. But do you want to know the worst part? That cheating scumbag you were content to cuddle up with took a handout too, just to go along with the whole thing. And they say money can't buy love. Your beloved barely put up a fight when I flashed the cash. That was all it took for the fool to give up and become an obedient little bitch, sniveling at my feet. You do realize what I'm saying, don't you? Your ex betrayed you for a measly paycheck. That's the problem with poor people. They're easy to manipulate because their so-called morals fly right out the window when it comes to money. They might try to pretend otherwise, but everyone has a price, and in the end, they all pick the money. Which is why I told you back then that you were right to break up with that moron. Scum like that aren't good enough for you, but with me, you'd never have to worry about that sort of thing. As long as you listen to and obey me until the day you eventually die, I'll never harm a hair on your body. I'll pamper you. Take care of your every need, and all it will cost is your heart. If you promise to love me, and only me, I promise I'll be yours for eternity. Oh, don't be so naive. You're smarter than that. I should go without saying that speaking to the police would be pointless. They're just like all the others. Scratching around for scraps. They might pretend to take the moral high ground. They might even claim they'll protect you. But at the end of the day, I can buy them the same as I can buy anyone else. And I mean it when I say I have enough money to make people do whatever I want them to. Believe me, there's no one you could possibly turn to now. No place you can run and nowhere you can hide. This show's only just started, and I've prepared the most special seat in the house for you, my sweet. I hope you're looking forward to it as much as I am.
Oh, thank goodness you're all right. You have no idea how worried I was when I returned to the room and saw you weren't there. Has something happened? Call me crazy, but I feel like you're acting a little odd. Nothing. Are you sure? You wouldn't lie to me, right? Because you should know by now that if you have any worries at all, you can discuss them with me. In fact, I'm begging that you do. Please, no matter what it might be, if I can be of any help at all. Oh, come, silly. You don't need to thank me. I'm just trying to do my best to look out for you. Now, why don't we return to our duties, hmm? Oh, I'm so sorry to ask this of you, but would it be all right if you made me a coffee? I'm having trouble concentrating, and I don't want to let anyone down.
The next time the doctor asks you to fetch him a drink, make sure to mix this in. When you get back, I want you to watch and ensure he drinks every last drop, okay? This stuff is custom. I wouldn't want it to go to waste. Remember, I'm always watching you. If you even attempt to tell anyone about what I've asked you to do, you know what will happen, don't you? I want to hear you say, you understand me, okay? So be a good little puppet and use your words. Excellent. I knew you wouldn't let me down, darling.
Ah, thank you very much. You're so kind. What would I do without you, It's delicious. I don't know what you did to make it so tasty this time, but that's probably the nicest coffee I've ever had. Huh? What's the matter? Is there something on my face? Is that so? Well... Strange. Somehow I feel so much sleepier all of a sudden. I guess I'll go wash my face or something. Wait! I can't see properly. I must have really overdone it this time. Huh? Oh, I'm all right. I'm just spacing out a bit right now. Actually, something's wrong. Please, I don't feel so good. Could you call someone?
As expected of my company's made-to-order medicine. I mean, I knew there'd be no problem manufacturing it, but damn, it sure does work like a charm. Oh, just a variant of the drug I gave you to help you sleep. I had them change the dosage of a few key ingredients to make a special mix for our friend here. It wasn't even that hard to tweak to make it work a little faster. So, how do you think we should dispose of the dear doctor? We could always abandon him since he's gonna be out for a while, but the business side of me says it would be stupid not to sell his organs. Ooh, you know, it'd be kind of amusing to make him a specimen for drug testing, don't you think? That'd be so fitting! Whoa now, if you're not careful, I might mistake you for trying to run away. But you wouldn't do something as silly as that now, would you? Because you know it wouldn't work. Your place is forever by my side from now on. Your voice, your touch, it's all mine. You will devote your everything to me and me alone. Don't worry. I'll look after you. Better than anyone's ever been cared for. We'll get away from this boring city and you'll live a life of luxury in a place where only I exist. No. Sweetie, I'm not the sort of person you can say no to. What's your problem, huh? Do you want a man who makes more money than you could ever imagine? Or this pathetic doctor who's shown you the slightest bit of affection? There's no way you would pick him, right? Do you even know how much I've been thinking about you? How long I've been dreaming of the day we'd finally be alone together? From the very first moment we met, I've been waiting for this. I've only had eyes for you these past 6 years. When you fought with your ex and were crying all alone, when you were happy, you managed to get a place here. I even know how much you like romance movies, how you rewatch the same few countless times, over and over and over again. And the fact that when you're depressed, you go to your favorite cafe and drink all by yourself until closing time. Can't you see? This is what I've been trying to tell you. There's nothing I don't know about you. I've been by your side these past 6 years. You may not have noticed me, but I was there. Do you think I'd go to such lengths for just anyone? No. I did it for you, and only you. Scare you, huh? What's there to be scared of? I'm the one person in this world who cares about you with every inch of my being. The only one. Can't you see that we can make each other so happy? There's no need to be afraid. I'll make you the most loved person on the planet. It's okay. I understand this is all very sudden for you. I bet you weren't expecting such a passionate confession, but I think you just need to sleep on it for a while. Here, I'll help you. That's it. Just breathe. Nice, deep breaths. Trust me, you'll feel better in no time. Look at you. So stunning. I always knew you'd look good in white. Something more subtle would have worked too, but this is definitely better. Come, we should start the ceremony. A priest? Oh, no, we don't need anything as pitiful as that. This is our ceremony, yours and mine. No other person can cast judgment on our union. I take you as my lifelong companion, and vow in the presence of the Almighty to love and cherish you for eternity, in the good times and the bad, in sickness and in health. Other than us, only God knows the true extent of my love for you, and I will prove that love over and over again for all time. With this, our connection is complete. We're finally alone now, just the two of us. And I won't ever let you go from now on. You're all mine, in body and in spirit. You're heading home now, right? I can give you a ride if you want. There's no need to be like that. I'm not going to do anything to you. Well, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have any ulterior motives, but I also wouldn't want you to hate me. So believe me, I'll hold back for now. Look, just wait here for a bit and think about it, okay? I'll go get my car. I'm sorry about making you miss the last train. I honestly didn't realize it was so late already. Doctors have it pretty hard, huh?
It's only me. Sorry to bother you on your way home, but I forgot to check something important. Can you talk right now?
Hey, who's it from?
That voice just now. Was that Sakae? It can't be. Stop. Don't take me for a fool. You must know there's no way I wouldn't recognize that voice. That was Sakae, wasn't it? Why are you with him? Wait, you're actually in his car? You seriously accepted a lift from Sakae, of all people? Why? Why would you do that? Why are you with him? I offered to walk you home on more than one occasion, even invited you over to my house. But you declined every single time, always full of excuses. And yet, despite repeatedly turning me down, you say yes to him? In spite of the fact you know full well what an obnoxious, toxic piece of shit he is, in spite of that, you chose him? Does the idea of me accompanying you home honestly disgust you that much? Do you really prefer to be with someone like him? Is he that much better than me? Is he? If I had known it were going to end up like this, I'd never have let you leave on your own.
Huh? Something's up with the doc? Well, that's hardly news. Isn't that just normal? Here, give it to me a second. Hey, Doc. They're busy. If you don't need anything urgent, just hang up already.
Is that you, Sakae? Excellent timing. I'm coming to get my assistant now, so would you kindly stay put? If you're where I think you are, let's see. Yes, I should be able to get there in 10 minutes.
If you think I'm gonna listen to a single word you say, you've got another thing coming. They're my responsibility now, and I fully intend to see them home safely, so I suggest you...
Oh, it's okay. You've done more than enough. Thank you, so please, stay right where you are.
Are you stupid or something? I said
Even if you move, I'll still know where to find them. I've got the GPS tracking right here. So why not save yourself a silly game of cat and mouse,
You're bluffing.
Am I? Oh, and it's useless to try and disable their device. Even if you turn it off, it won't make a difference. I hid the tracker someplace else. I bet you'd love to know where, wouldn't you? But trust me, you'll never find it. But what a waste of time it is talking to you. Would you be a dear and pass me back to them?
Hell no, I'm not gonna do that.
I said, please let me speak with them.
Oh, fine. Whatever. Here. He wants to talk to you.
Why, hello again. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. I'm going to leave the hospital and head to your location now. Just wait quietly, please. All will be revealed when I arrive, okay?
Well, he's certainly acting strange, alright. But there's no way I'm just gonna roll over and do what he wants. Let's get you out of here. What the actual fuck? You stay inside. I'll handle this lunatic.
Surprised to see me, Sakae? I told you, didn't I? I know exactly where they are at all times.
Yeah, you did. But that doesn't make this any less insane. Who jumps out in front of cars like that? You could have killed yourself.
Thank you for seeing them safely home so far, but I can take it from here. You're free to go now.
Huh? What the fuck are you talking?
I need to speak with my assistant in private, so could you please go home? If you stay, you'll only be in the way of our conversation, so I'm politely asking you to leave. I'll take your car and drive them the rest of the way. You'll be fine walking home alone, won't you? Or would you rather I make it so you can never walk again?
Quit waving that syringe in my face, will you? Do you really think an empty threat like that will work on me?
Oh, you underestimate me, Sakae. But I'm feeling generous tonight. Would you like to check yourself as to whether or not it's an empty threat? I'll warn you, though. The substance inside is a nasty one. So nasty, in fact, that it's actually illegal. If I give you a shot of this stuff, what do you imagine might happen,
I get it already. You win for now, Doctor. But don't think we're done.
Well, it looks like I'll be escorting you home after all. Now that I think about it, this is the first time we've ever been together outside of the hospital. It's funny how things work out sometimes, isn't it? I'm sorry for losing my composure earlier. When it comes to you, it seems as though I just can't help myself. I can only apologize for getting so worked up. I know it's unprofessional. It's just... Huh? No, absolutely not. There's no need for you to apologize at all. I know how easily people fall under that swine's charms. It's all my fault. I should have been stricter with you. But you don't need to worry about that anymore. I promise I will protect you. From him, and from anyone else who ever tries to harm you. From the first moment we met, I always wanted to defend you. Shielding you from snakes like that was my only wish. You're so precious. So pure. And with everything that happened earlier, I understand things now more clearly than ever before. Which is why I've made it my mission to eliminate everything that could possibly put you in danger. That's a good start, right? It's perfect. Of course, you wholeheartedly approve, don't you? I can't proceed without your cooperation. I'm not hearing an answer. Really? You're sure you're all right with that? It seems we're going to have lots of fun together from now on, doesn't it? My devious little assistant. When I'm done, there'll be no one left to look at you but me. It's yours, right? Who's it from? Ah, slippery, slimy Sakae. Perfect timing. Go ahead, answer it.
Hey, it's me. I have some urgent business with you, so get your ass here right now.
So, what did he want? Is that so? Being his usual demanding self then, huh? Well, you're free to go, but I'll come with you. Purely for the sake of protecting you, of course.
What are you doing here? My business is with them.
Don't play dumb, Sakae. Didn't you learn a single thing from our little encounter yesterday? You know what they say about people who fail to learn from their mistakes. This is why I hate dealing with people like you. Too dense to even know when to quit.
Did you say something? Geez, this is why I can't stand people like him. One minute he's acting all innocent, the next, full psycho. At least I never try to hide what I am.
No, it must be your imagination. So, did you call my poor assistant here for another one of your worthless attempts to win them over? I've warned you enough times now. They're not your slave, so would you kindly quit calling them out on a whim?
What's wrong, Doctor? You're unusually talkative today. Not that it matters. I'll say it once more in the hope it might actually sink into that thick skull of yours. They're my personal nurse, not your property. And if you continue to deny me that privilege, I'll make sure you never work in this hospital again. Is that clear?
I'm not sure I understand, Sakae.
Now who's playing dumb, huh? Don't try to act all tough, Doc. It doesn't suit you. You know full well I have the kind of power over this place that could end you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I meant to be frightened of that?
Have you lost your mind? I'm telling you, if you don't back down, I'll...
And I'm asking you if I'm supposed to be scared. It's a fairly simple question. So, is that all you wanted to say? Or do you have any last words?
Huh?
Oh, it's just, I don't think you're going to be able to talk for a while.
What are you saying? No, that's the syringe from yesterday. You wouldn't dare.
Correct! How observant of you! Since you already know what it contains, I'll skip the explanation this time. I know your memory can be a little laggy, but I trust you recall our conversation from before, right?
Are you actually insane?
Quite the opposite. I think you'll find I'm perfectly sane. If I weren't, my hand would tremble when injecting this. But see? Steady as a surgeon.
Hey, don't just stand there watching. Stop this creep.
There's no need for them to get involved in this. Though you should know that I'm only doing it in the name of protecting them. And do you know what the best part is? They're the one who pulled the trigger. Perhaps if you hadn't been such a persistent pervert, you wouldn't find yourself in such a sorry situation now, would you? You can't move, can you? It's already kicked in. I mixed a small dose of a different drug in your morning meal. For someone like you who doesn't usually take much in the way of medication, even a minuscule dose has a decent impact. Unfortunately for you, you're pitifully predictable. It didn't take long to track your patterns of behavior to know you'd call for them around this time. And I was right.
Why you?
You know, just like you, I know everything about them. In fact, as crazy as it may sound, I'm grateful to you, especially for the matter with their ex. You drove that sleazebag away before I even had to lift a finger.
How did you know that?
Oh, Sakae, Haven't you been paying attention at all? I said I know everything about them, including the fact that you've been stalking them for the last 6 years. Actually, you made it extremely easy for me. Thanks to you, I only needed to borrow all the data you'd gathered. What you learned in 6 years, I discovered in a mere 6 days spent deciphering your poorly written notes and photographs. Not to mention that delightful treasure trove you thought you'd hidden so well.
What? Then... you...
Oh yes. It was only a matter of time before I was able to hack into the plethora of listening devices and cameras you had set up to spy on them. Ah, the image quality. Mwah. And from such incredible angles, too. I suppose I should expect nothing less from someone with so much spare cash to devote to such depraved endeavors. Still, I'll admit that it's far better than anything I could possibly have afforded.
Ugh.
Whoops! It seems as though our little chat is dragging on a touch. Now, before the effects wear off...
Stop it! Don't come any closer!
Please try not to move. The more you force yourself, the more you'll injure your precious muscles. If you stay still, well, it'll hurt a lot less.
Ah! No! Stop!
Shh. Relax. I selected this specific concoction very carefully so that when it interacts with what you ingested earlier, it will only hurt for a moment. And then everything will be over. I'm not a monster.
You'll never get away with this. I won't forgive you.
Aw, you won't forgive me? However will I go on? Ha! As if I'm even remotely interested in your forgiveness. By removing you, I am doing the world a favor. My conscience is clean. Ah, but before you depart, there is one more thing I need to thank you for. You know how you bought out their entire apartment block? Well, that really was the greatest gift you could have given me, Sakae. If I remember correctly, the other residents will be evicted by the end of the month. I couldn't have even come close to what you've achieved on my meager salary. So you really have been immensely helpful, and for that, I can't thank you enough. It seems you're already slipping away. Such a shame. I had hoped to revel a little longer in your despair. Can you hear me, Sakae? You can leave us peacefully in the knowledge that I plan to take excellent care of them. I'll make them happier than you ever could. Your pulse is quickening. But don't worry. I'll slow it down soon enough. I'm not going to let you die, friend. No. That would be far too easy for you. Since you seem to love this place so much, I'm going to make sure you never leave. Well then, I suppose this makes you my accomplice, so listen to me carefully. I wouldn't want you to end up in trouble, so please keep this our little secret, okay? That's it. As long as you keep your mouth closed, both of us will be just fine. Though, perhaps it would be for the best if you quit your job here at the hospital. What? It's not like you need to worry about money or anything else. I promise I will provide everything you could ever need and more. You never have to work another day in your life with me by your side. So smile for me. Ah, you look stunning as always. I want you to always look at me with that same smile. I'll never let another tear fall from your precious eyes. I will always protect you, body and mind, until the day you die. Even then, I'll still keep on protecting you. I could study embalming techniques to preserve you eternally. No, that's not enough. I could keep the most important parts of you all to myself. Your eyes, your ears, your heart. I'm sure I could make space on one of my shelves for such exceptional specimens. As for the rest, I'd want to show you off to the world. My pride and joy, my everything. We could use your bones to educate future generations here at the hospital. I always thought you had the structure of a model. In death, you could be just that. Please, don't pull such an anxious expression, my darling. None of that matters in the present. We've got plenty of time to come to a fitting conclusion together. For now, you'll live in a world with no one else but me. Your eyes, your breath, your voice, your body, it all belongs to me. I'll own your everything. Oh, I've never been so happy in my entire life. You did this. You changed me. So you see, when you think about it, this is all your fault. Thanks to you, I never, ever want to let go of you. Even if you try to resist, I'll just teach you slowly, lesson by lesson, until you learn you're entirely mine. I'll wipe the word no from your vocabulary. You already captured my heart. It's only fair I have yours. So, let's be grateful for finding one another. Not many people are lucky enough to meet their forever partner. We'll stay together for the rest of our lives. No, even after we exit this world, we'll find a way to remain as one in death.
Come now, Doctor. I'm well aware you find my company less than tolerable. Is that the only reason you warned her away? Or are you worried your cute new intern might fall for the charms of a loaded badass? Like, fuck, loaded badass. That's gonna be hard to read. So, I'm stuck here, playing hospital patient, but in reality, I'm fucking up my lines. God damn it. If you answer that slowly next time, though, let's just say you can look forward to what follows, my little snail. My little snail? We could always just abandon him, since he's gonna be out for a while. But the business side of me says it would be stupid not to sell his organs. The scientist side of me makes me think that it would be hard to sell organs that were dosed with sleeping pills. Especially if it's apparently fucking lethal. You know? That's just me though, like there's no need to be like that. I'm not gonna do anything to you. Well, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have any ulterior motives, but I wouldn't want you to hate me, so believe me, I'll hold back for now. I just had the craziest, loudest gurgle stomach of all time. Was that audible? I feel like that was fucking audible. Holy shit. No! That's the syringe from yesterday. You wouldn't Dale. Dale? What's wrong with me? This was really fun and also kind of weird because I was watching this storyline unfold as I read the lines. What I didn't expect was that, like, both of them are insane freaks, and one of them seems like a heroic character whenever the main character doesn't choose that path. But if you choose that guy's path, he's also a sick freak. Which is really funny.
You're such a little freak. You've been talking nothing but creepy crap ever since you got here. Keep it up and I'm gonna shut you up. Oh, goddamn, he's such a dick. I love it. They already promised to walk with me, so just be a good little boy and go home. Kind of like he's just a complete sarcastic dick, and I love it at this point. I'll go grab my bike if you want to wait and... Yeah. It's a tongue twister, this one. Hold on. I'll go grab my bike if you want to wait in front of me. In front of me. Oh, God. Let me do that again. Huh? After graduation? That'd be way too late, silly. I want to live with you as soon as possible. Heck, I'd even bring you home right now. If you'd let me. That motherfucker's creepy. They need to call the Japanese police.
I don't think you did this.
What the fuck was that?
That's my wife.
Oh my god. It's just like a fucking horror movie. That was a very, like, just in the moment scream.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
That's fucking brilliant. I love that. That's hilarious.
She really gets into it.
I can tell it sounded like some shit from The Conjuring. Thought I was gonna have to give you some holy water or some shit for a minute.
Telling your lovely assistant here to stay clear of my room. That's not how you say that word. All right. Let's try that again. Is that the only reason you weren't... Worm? Would you still love me if I were a worm? That's not my problem. You know, you don't have to actually examine me to be able to write up a report. Damn, that was kind of bitchy. Too bad I can't say the freaking words. From where I'm sitting, that's the ideal situation for both of us. I don't have to put up with you bothering me, and you reap the convenience of not having to check on yet another I bit my lip. Did you go to Fuzuko College? Fuzoku. Fuzoku? Fuzoku. How do you say that? Google, please. Please. Japanese English 101. Exactly what I need. Oh my god, I'm still recording.
Don't worry. You'll have your very own one soon enough. It's being taken care of every... Jeez. Help. Anyway, let's get down to business. I don't know about that take. She's so beautiful, she's sing-songy. Oh god. She's got nervous burps, you guys, oh my goodness. Nope. No buts. Trust me. No cuts, no butts, no coconuts. No coconuts. Under no circumstances. Listen, you're not the only one. Listen, you're not the... I keep wanting to say only one. She's not the only one. She's the one. She's different. Listen, you're not the one. Help. Folks like you must have it so hard, sweetheart. What if she spoke with a southern accent? Oh my god. I dropped my phone. It wasn't just my pen. It was my phone, too. I'm only messing with you, Doctor. Can't you take a hint? You're such a pain. Oh my gosh. Now of... Jeez. Well, if it's regarding that, you're better off if it's regarding that, you're better off asking Dr. Ha! I can't say doctor. And I'm a doctor. How does that work? So I suppose we should recommend So I suppose I should... So I should... Help. This might be random, but I love the fact that I'm reading all these crazy psychotic lines, and I just took a pizza out of the oven, and I know that after I just killed someone, as Tomomi, I get to go eat a pizza. This is so fun. This is so much fun. I had so much fun voicing this character. Oh, and she's stolen my heart in the weirdest way, considering how crazy she is. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Pick Tomomi, you guys. Pick Tomomi. Don't pick Sayaka.